Hi, Tristan here from omnium.com. Today we are talking Vital, this absolutely amazing piece of software created by the single guy called Matt Title. If you don't know it already, head over to their website and get your copy today. It's absolutely amazing, mind-blowing what you can do with this. I've been playing around with it for the last few months and I really love it and would highly recommend that you get it. Best part of it, it's absolutely free, so get your copy today. It's really a must for every sound designer. So why are we talking Vital today? Well, I've created some tools for you that I think you're gonna like. Well, we know it's all about the wavetables and all, but there's one other section that's really kind of cool, which is the LFO section. Like there are 4 LFOs here. You can really do anything with it. It's not just an LFO. It can be an envelope. It can be anything. But there's one thing that was kind of missing, and that's a bunch of presets. So when I went through them, I felt kind of limited. There were like 10 cool presets, and that's where I got thinking, right? So I can code some things. So that's what I did. I coded a lot of LFO curves. Yeah, LFO curves. Super handy, super useful, not super sexy, but if you got them, you can really do some cool things with it. Lasers. I created 4 packs for you, 4 different scenarios that I thought was useful. You got the Omnium, Filter, Random LFO, Stepped, the Organic, and the Pulse. 4 packs you can download from my website now, which are for random LFOs. Yeah, randomized LFOs. That's where I punched in a bunch of code and out came some curves. And it's really cool. It's really not that easy as you would think, because random, we don't want total randomness. We want structured randomness, which is really something different. I created 4 packs that you can find on my website. It's not expensive. It's pay what you want. So it starts at $3 and you can pay for the rest what you want. The rest is just your love and appreciation that keeps this thing going. So back to Vital. How does it look? What can you do with it? It's actually very easy. Here in my user folder, I created a bunch of folders, and let me explain you what each of them does. Well, first let's start off with filter. It's the most common you would think of. It's for when you're in a situation where you want to modulate a filter. So let's just check it out. Within this one, you have 4 grid sizes. It's like on a whole bar, it's on a half a bar, it's on a triplet, or on a quarter. So those are like the horizontal grid sizes. Let me put it on like example 4. So if I hit 4 and hit a LFO, you can see it has some cool animations on it. This looked like a house. How cool is that? This is when you want to animate your filter. There we go. Put that full scale. See what it does. Just created a note here. Yeah, so about this pack, it's very simple actually. It's what you would expect for a filter. It's a very grounded graph. It's really like always going back to the fundamental. It has some rounding to it. It has flat spots. It has triangles. It's really optimized for like filtering. Maybe let's go for a grid of 2. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so this is kind of cool, I think. Let's try to create a patch out of it really quickly. Okay, so I've got something, I think. Let me show you. Cool thing about this, with this smooth function here, you can actually like round off the sharpness of the LFO curve. So yeah, really cool. So now that we got one patch done, let's see what will happen if we would change this LFO. that's cool. Okay, so that is filter. Let's move on to the next one. Organics is like a continuation of filter, as it does the exact same thing, like put patterns all over the LFO curve, but this one does it a bit different. This one creates an additional like movement over the whole arc of the curve. So this one is really cool if you're really looking for enveloping curves. So let's try some others. Well, that's sounding very cool. I would never have come up with this, so that's really the point of all this. Having something in your back pocket that is quite refreshing and gives you new ideas and new creativity. So that's really the whole point of this effort, so that's really cool. Let's take a look on to the next one. LFO Pulse. What is it? Pulse is actually more for note triggering, so it's for activation or pulsing rhythms. Think of like rhythms within your arps. Okay, so let's try turning this sound into an ARP. Okay, so that's starting to sound like something. So let's try to flip this to something cooler with our LFO curves and see if it can sound like more interesting, more creative. Sounds like the beginning of a movie to me. Yeah, so that is pulse, right? Stepped is more for notes. So if you got some ARPing going on, usually you want to have some notes with that. And you can write notes in your DAW, but it becomes so much more flexible if you could just write notes inside your VST. And that's what these LFO curves are especially created for. They are tons of notes. Let's say we have a minor scale or something. Let's try another LFO. And then let's check out our grid. And note, guys, that's for every scale. You get all these grid sizes for every scale. It's a lot, right? It's like 40,000 curves. Try creating that your own. 40,000. So let's try some simple ones here, like 4. Let's hook this up to our oscillators. Enter the value of 12 or minus 12. You can do that as well. So let's check that out. Wow, that sounded really cool. Let's try something else. It's really cool. I'm gonna save this. So all these octaves are just a copy paste from Ableton. If you go to Ableton, type in scale, here you find this whole list of funky scales. I've just written down every single note, what is in there, wrote down the notes, and then converted it to Vital curves. You can see the naming is identical. I didn't want to confuse anybody. So if there's a scale you're working currently, you can just simply pick up where you left off and use the ones in Vital as well. That was really the cool thing I wanted to do. So I added some extra like full scale. Those are all the notes. So all 12 notes in a scale. So let's try that. Let's try blue scale in the grid size of 4 or 8. So yeah, there you go. LFO curves. Didn't thought I would be scripting those. Hope that was educational to you. I hope you enjoy our LFO curves. They're really not that expensive. So I hope you guys do have fun with it too. And I hope you check out our website omniumsound.com. If you like this video, like it, and please subscribe to our channel. That would help us a lot with getting more attention to our products. It's really all the love from you guys to us that helps us push forward, and we hope you enjoy this one. There are 4 packs: organic, pulse, stepped, and filter. So it's really one love. Okay, see you next time. Bye.